Okay, we've got 3 to 4 years left if we're lucky. I'm saying that because I need you to know how serious this is. Trump just launched attacks in Iran. He's talking about a third term as if the Constitution doesn't even exist. The US dollar is weakening, as is belief and trust in it. Depending on who you ask, we're already in a recession. Other nations are pulling back on buying our debt and investing. And on top of that, we're in a debt crisis, something like $38 trillion. So what we're looking at right now is a complete reshaping of what power, money, and opportunity look like. Not to mention all of that, but honestly, civil war is even on the table by 2028. Again, I'm not trying to be scary, but the fact is, if you're still depending on a job or a system or like some other plan B that's not in your control, you're gambling with your future, honestly. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing about it and why I invite you to be doing the same. If you have a light, if you have a message, if you have a voice, if you have a gift, I really need you to hear me. It's about to get dark. Seriously, I really believe that. And you're going to be needed more than ever. Again, I'm not trying to scare anybody with this video. This is just some real talk, and I'm not scared either. But we can't hide from reality. And the reality is, it's go time. And you clicked on this video for a reason, and you're going to want to watch it to the end. This video is for those of you that feel that tension. It's also for those who know they need to make a move, who know they need to get started. Those who really want to take the power back into their own hands and finally start creating something, start building something meaningful. And I'm going to share how I've done it. In this video, I'm going to break down why I'm all in on content creation this year, why you should be too, why I'm expanding onto YouTube after spending the last few years building on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also going to talk about why I really believe time is running out to use this as a fast path to income and freedom. And at that very, very end, I'm going to answer some rapid fire questions that I know that you're probably going to have around this, like, how do I get started? What do I post? Where do I start? How do I actually make money with this? I'm going to talk about all of that at the end. Now, I'm not a guru. I'm not perfect. I don't have everything figured out. And I definitely don't have a course to sell you around this. I'm literally just making this video because it seems urgent. It really feels like it's now or never. And maybe you've been feeling that way too. And I'm hoping to inspire you to finally take that action and just get started, or maybe restart if you stopped. I'm hoping to wake you up if you've been sleeping on, what the reality is. And I'm just here as a fellow creator, content, business owner, building right alongside you. But I know that this system is breaking, and I want you to have something that can't be taken away from you, just like I've wanted to build something that can't be taken away from me. I want you to take advantage of the opportunity while you still can and set yourself and your loved ones up before it's honestly just too late. So let's talk about why a content-based business works and why it works fast. I've been running a content-based business since 2020. I was in the military, and honestly, I was doing pretty well for myself, but I knew that wasn't the end all be all. I knew that I couldn't really do it forever. And I honestly just felt like in my heart that I wanted to do something else. And so I started making content, posting content on Facebook, posting content on Instagram, just writing before I even started with videos. And that's actually where I made my first 6 figures. It was just from 2 simple profiles that didn't even have a lot of followers. I was just sharing my presence. I didn't run any ads. I didn't have a massive following. I wasn't chasing trends. I wasn't worried about the algorithm. I have never even gone viral to this day. Just trust in posting content. And here's why that worked and why it still works. Content let me help people that otherwise wouldn't even know that I exist. Social media helps you reach people that are searching for you already. And it also let me make money in a way that was true to my values. The things that I was doing in the military were just starting to really weigh heavily on me. And maybe you've been in a career that's also just starting to burn you out. Maybe you can relate. And starting this content-based business increased my options like quickly. In fact, I was able to replace my 9 to 5 income in really just about 3 months. Having a content-based business is the lowest barrier, highest upside business model that you can start right now, whether it's a side hustle or something that you go all in on. You don't need to be rich to start this. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to expose things about yourself that you don't want to. You don't have to be a model or have a bunch of surgery and all the stuff that you probably see in your feed right now. You also don't have to have a bunch of degrees or certifications or qualifications. You just need to be real, and you just need to be consistent. And those are probably, that last one is probably the thing that's been holding you back. So really quickly, I want to talk about why am I shifting my focus to YouTube now after I found success on the other 2 platforms? Well, for me, it's because I wanted to build something durable with everything that's going on and everything that's going to be going on in the next 3 to 4 years. I also wanted to build something that's searchable, something that's easy for people to find for years to come, and something that builds while I sleep. The issue with Facebook and Instagram is they're kind of like pop-up shops where they're here today, gone tomorrow. You post content and a few days later, nobody sees it. It just disappears. But YouTube is like real estate, or it's like building an investment portfolio. It stays. I just had someone comment on one of my videos from a year ago that let me know I'm gonna take this more seriously. And I'm hoping that this video is a sign for you to start posting your videos more seriously too. The thing is, on YouTube, content lives forever. It lives so much longer, and it reaches new people for months, if not even years to come. You can go deep with your videos and you can build trust with people much faster. I've done the short game. I've tasted the quick cash and all of the dopamine that comes with that. But now I really want to play the long game, and I really want to build something that lasts. And I really want you to have something that lasts too. And yes, honestly, I really do believe that right now is the most perfect time to get started. And if you don't want to grab your camera and hit record yet, give you the next few minutes to try to convince you, because I really do believe that time is running out. Things are really about to change. This window for you to get started with your content-based business isn't going to stay open forever. Right now, content is pretty accessible still. Right now, people, believe it or not, are still paying attention. They're still looking for people to follow. They're still looking for answers and solutions, or even people that they can just relate to and hang out with. And right now, the economy is like barely holding it together. And if things get worse, if civil unrest breaks out, like we've talked about, if these platforms lock up, lock down, and start kicking off the voices that don't agree with the agenda, or they start deplatforming people that they don't like, kind of like we saw already during in 2019. If you don't want to just be starting, if all of that stuff starts to happen or when it happens, you want to be established, even if that's just your first 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers, or even if that's just your first product. Because the people that have already built trust and have already started to connect with their people that are waiting for them, they're going to be ahead of the curve, even if it's just a small following. People that have already been showing up consistently with something real to say, starting from today, those are the people that are going to be okay. They're going to have options. They're going to be able to pivot in whatever way they need to, in whatever way maybe they need to pivot with their family. And they can pivot their communities. They can move their communities to email or other private places. They can sell, they can speak, they can do consulting, or they can even just teach information, teach things that they know. But everyone else, they're going to be reacting. They're going to be panicking. They're going to be dealing with being laid off and not having more options, freedom, choices, opportunities. They're going to have to figure it out while everything is seriously on fire. This isn't just about starting your YouTube channel or starting another social media platform. It's about having a voice and a presence in a world that is like honestly losing its mind. This is about making sure that when the noise gets louder, your message has already been out there. Your message is solid enough to cut through when people really need it. It's crazy to say this, but it's really about survival of your options, survival of your influence, survival of your ability to serve, your ability to earn without begging. So how do you get started and what do you even talk about? Here's the beautiful thing. Like I said, you don't have to be an expert. It helps, but it's more than okay to be figuring it out. It's more than okay to just have something that you are interested in learning more about or something that you're passionate about and talking about that. But also just ask yourself, what is it that I have lived through that others are still struggling with? And that's exactly where I started. I asked myself, what are the things that people already come to me for? What is it that I feel called to share and talk about, even if it's pretty messy? That's your lane. Talk about your healing. Talk about whatever you're learning. Talk about the things that would have helped your past self. That is honestly the content that connects. And if you post it consistently, it's going to find the people that it's meant to find. Now I want to get into some of the rapid fire questions and wrap this video up here. If you're wondering what platform you should start on, I wholeheartedly believe you should start on YouTube. Post the video, full stop. It's the only platform where all of the content that you post compounds over time. A video that you make today could get views still 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. You don't even need to go viral. You honestly just need to be searchable and you need to be consistent. You just need to make yourself findable. So go ahead and post those videos. That's what I'm doing. Number 2, you might be wondering, what type of content should I make? Here's what I think. You really only need 2 ingredients. 1, what you've been through, and 2, what people are still struggling with that you've been through. That overlap, that's your lane. Teach, share, document, and reflect. That's it. Make content that helps your past self. That's the best place to start and the most perfect place to start. Now, number 3, and maybe the most important question you might be asking yourself is, okay, but like, how do I make money from this? Can I really make money from this? There's 3 levels to this. The first level is you just build trust through making valuable videos and letting people get to know you. The second level is you offer something helpful to those people that have been trusting you, whether that's one-on-one coaching or some sort of other products that you use that you can get a kickback on if you refer those people to that product. Now, the third level is you create a system to scale, a fully baked out content-based system where you have an email list, you have a product suite. It all starts slow, to be honest, but it snowballs. But seriously, there are people that I know personally that are making upwards of $10,000 a month with less than 2,000 followers or less than 2,000 subscribers. It really is possible. Now, the fourth question you might be asking is, how do you actually get people to watch? You just focus on titles and topics that really speak to people, that speak to something they really want, or something that they really want to get away from, something that they're really struggling with. Instead of posting a video that's called, I don't know, my story, you instead post a video that's called how I escaped burnout after losing everything, or how I rebuilt my life after a divorce. Now, the last thing that you might be thinking is, I'm behind, it's too late to start. And I'm telling you, again, if I haven't made it clear, right now is the best time. Right now is the perfect time to get started. The system hasn't completely crashed yet, but I'm telling you, it's cracking, and I know that you can feel it. But there is still time to build, but I'm serious, in my opinion, that time is shrinking. So start now while people are still looking. Start now while people are still trying to find that voice to follow. And if you're struggling with confidence or you're wondering if you're going to be good on camera, I wasn't really good when I first started. And honestly, I'm really not that great on camera now. I stumble, I mess up my words, I doubt myself, but I'm still showing up anyways. I've had hard times over the last couple of years, but I've also had really great times, and I just keep going. And that's the answer. People don't want perfect. They just want you, and they want someone that they can trust is going to be there. Now, maybe you're someone who's not a coach and you're like, I don't want to sell anything. I don't have anything to sell. Is it still worth it to start this content-based business? And the answer is yes, 100%, because having content out there and building that audience of people that like you and you like them, that opens the doors to partnerships, different brand deals, different consulting opportunities. There's just so many opportunities that open up for you that I'm telling you are there if you just get started. Content is your resume in 2025, and that isn't changing. If you show up with value, if you show up as your true self, people are going to find reasons to work with you. Even if you're not selling anything yet, you can still get paid without selling anything. And lastly, you can get started with your phone. You don't need fancy equipment. You can literally get started with your phone, and you can even post from your phone. Don't get stuck on overcomplicating it. I know it's tempting, but seriously, just start with what you have. All of the greatest entrepreneurs started with what they had. There honestly was a time where I was feeling completely depressed, completely stuck. I felt like I was running out of options. I didn't know what else I could do with my life. I knew that I wanted more out of life though. I knew that I wanted to help people. And honestly, I was afraid of the judgment. I was afraid of what other people might think. I was afraid of even failing in public or messing up in public. But I just had to hit publish. I just had to go for it. I just had to hit record and do it. I just had to write the words and click post. And I still remember just how shocked I was when that first $1,500 sale came through to help someone get through something that was honestly just natural to me, that was easy to me. But they reached out to me based on me just writing words and sharing my story. So I've honestly seen what happens when you stop waiting and start building. And again, the opportunity to build this type of business, it's going away. So the time is now. So start now. Let's do this together. Now, if you made it all the way to the end, my name is Sid Scott, and I make these videos to help you really focus in on what matters and hopefully help you experience your life in a way that makes you feel like you don't need any other escapes, but you actually enjoy it, and you enjoy it on your terms. This video is about you. It's about us. So thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.